good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that you guys being here. I just want to switch up the pace. I want to switch the pace up just a little bit. I want to explain this journey of pain of mine, right? And the pain that I want to explain with you, and hoping and praying that you can understand my pain, my traumas, and my suffering, and being molested at a young age, right? And being taken advantage of. A lot of men and a lot of victims that have been victimized, men at a young age, they don't have a voice, you know, and they can't speak up because they feel that it would make them less than a man, in which I understand. And for a while, I didn't speak up. I kept certain things from my family, from my loved ones, even from my partners, the ones I was with during this time of pain and suffering. Yeah. I've been on this journey to dealing with Bill 1297. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I was downtown today, and today we want to see if the city council can pass Bill 1297. And what this bill is consist of is discrimination, is child abuse, is child being molested and abused. That's first and foremost. And a lot of these institutions that's supposed to have been taking care of these children, because they have committed an act of violence or something that they didn't supposed to have did, with the wrong crowd and everything else, right? These staff members was predators, and what they did was they sexually assaulted you when you came into these places. They sexually assaulted you when you came in. And I'm not going to get into the details on how they sexually assault the victims. Of course, some victims going to say they ain't do that to me because they don't want to. They feel that it would make them less than the men. And I understand that. And they got their wives, they got their children, and they just went off with their life and blocked it out, which is understandable. So me and other victims stood up today in previous times to be there on the city council, right? And while I was down there, right, I saw NG Beckham from the Channel 7 News. I saw him. He took a picture with me. That was very motivational for me. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. You know, him holding the camera and him taking a picture of me and him, you know. But today I cried out. I cried really bad. And I don't think that the video's out and the news is out, because, you know, they still got to edit it. And it happened today. But it might be out on WWAM News. On AM News, you can check that out if you are in the train stations. I think they got the AM News, the PM News. I forgot. You know, the free news that's going on in the city. They got stacks of it. You can go check that out right there. I think I might be in that news. I don't know. But I know that I'm in the news, and I was talking up for victims. Yes, I was. Right? The reason why I'm making this video is because On this major platform, there are a lot of victims of men. They don't want to tell you that they've been sexually assaulted or something had happened to them. You know, these platforms, right, has been therapeutic for us to speak out against people being hurt, victimized, people being beat and starved, you know, and don't have a voice. You have a lot of victims that's dead and gone. They don't have a voice anymore. Do you know how many children day in and day out get abused by their parents? The one that's supposed to protect them and provide for them, beat them, murder them, starve them out, put them in a corner in darkness and kill them and sexually assault them. Yes, this happens often. And we as YouTubers and pro content creator, you know, we don't really focus on these things, these victims, right? And someone speaking up for them because they can't speak up for themselves. They are looking for a place of security, sanctuary, you know, where they can get their life back, where they can basically talk to someone and relate to this person, where that they don't relate to other people. They will relate to you. They want to know how you got your life together. You know, how you beat the odds, how you didn't end up dead or in jail for the rest of your life or on drugs or something like that. They want to know. They want to know. You understand what I'm saying? So, I was crying real bad. So if you see the news, it's going to be on YouTube. And I think I got to find out what news reporter was there, right? But I will find out. So I'm going to make this part 1. And then I'm going to do part 2 once I find the video to share with y'all to see how emotional I was. I had a bad headache. And it took a lot out of me. It took a lot. It did. Being victimized. You understand what I'm saying? Being sexually assaulted. Whether it was in these institutions or whether it was out in the street on, you know, with someone that's supposed to love me but abused me and treated me like trash and garbage. And I'm not the only one. I'm not the only victim. There's a lot of victims out there, right? And some of my victims view me. Some of them they view me. They haven't subscribed to me. They should subscribe to me because I can help them. I can really help them. You know, but some people just don't want to put their business out there that they was victim, especially males, especially men that took a piece of that darkness and covered up and buried on top of it, you know? And I have known this to be true. And everybody today, they hug me as I was wiping my tears away for victims. That little boy or the little girl. The little boy and the little girl. You can go check out some of my videos where I did part 1 about the little boy. That went viral. That went viral of the little boy. That's right, the little boy. And maybe someone can do a video on the little girl, because I can't do that on a little girl because I'm not a girl. But I understand and know the process of being violated by a predator or by someone that's supposed to be taking care of you. You know? And this happens often in our communities, our societies, in our homes, in schools, jobs, in doctor's office, and everywhere else, you know, with religious leaders. You know, it's out of control. And just to have a sense of pride to get up there and in front of millions of people, thousands of people that's going to see this and cry in front of them, it takes a lot. That's not easy. You know, the Creator built me. He built me for that very moment, because I took my pain and traumas and depression and turned them into success. You know, I wish I had knew a lot of victims that took their lives from drugs and alcohol. There's people right now that's victims right today that drink and smoke their life away because they keep seeing assault after assault after assault of these individuals doing things they ain't supposed to be doing. This is an actual true fact, you know. And I'm going to share with you some of the stuff that I read. You know, there was a speech that I read, right? I'm going to put this on pause real quick. Share with you guys. So I'm quite sure that when you do see the videos is of Bill, right? 1297. That's why I got this shirt on. I am just a bill. I'm just a bill, you know? Just a bill. What this bill does, it can never in a million years change the assaults and you being molested over and over again and stuff like that. Nothing can change that. But what it could do is can help the next victim and prevent the next victim from being a victim and victimized by these so-called family members, friends, teachers, religious leaders, and anybody else. This will help protect them, you know? And this is true all the victims all around the world that have been victimized and their innocence been taken. You know, I'm your voice. When you don't have the courage and when you can't speak up, I will speak up for you. And I understand that, right? This is why this channel is so amazing and so dope. Because we speak facts and we speak from a spiritual point of view. We speak facts and we speak from a spiritual point of view of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This is an actual true fact, right? So, if and when you get a chance, pray for the victims that's here and the victims that's gone and dead, that just couldn't find a way out, that kept drinking and smoking, drinking and drinking until they perish, or they did something to be locked up for the rest of their life and never coming home. This is an actual fact. Majority of these victims is in jail or dead or gone. This is an actual true fact. And this is the only way they can deal with their pain and suffering in these traumas, right? In these situations that happened to them when they was young child and couldn't defend themselves. This is an actual true fact. And then what people do, they make fun of these victims. They spit on them and everything else. But they don't know that there's victims all around the world. And you don't know, right, what a victim would do to you for doing something to a victim of a voice of their heart and mind, soul, that a person is talking for them that can relate to them. You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of victims all around the world, especially here in New York City, that have been victimized. That's right. So I'm going to share with you. Right? I'm going to share with you my speech. This is my speech. It's my speech. You're going to hear it. They're going to put it out on YouTube. You know, they're going to edit it and stuff like that. They got to edit it. So, it says, my name is Austin. I have been watching everything unfold from the sidelines. Hold on 1 second. From the sidelines, carrying my own experience and my own pain with me. When the case was dismissed, I felt a deep disappointment, one that went far beyond the legal system. It re-traumatized me. It took me right back to being a kid when I stayed silent about the abuse I went through because I truly believed no one will believe me. Seeing the case thrown out felt like the same silence all over again. But fighting to get intro 1297 pass has changed something in me. It reminded me that I am not alone. that there are people who care, and that the survivors like me deserve to be heard. This bill gives us a chance not to just for justice, but recognition. The most important part, it shows me that I can be part of a fight to protect children today and all around the world. I couldn't speak up when I was young, but I can speak up now. And if my voice can help even one child feel safe, or one survivor feel less alone, then all of this has been worth it. I couldn't, when I was crying real bad, I couldn't, I stumbled on some of my words because, yeah, man, I got it all out because I'm not crying now, but I was, when I was talking, I was crying, man. I was crying really, really bad, really bad. People came up to start shaking my hand, and, just to be victimized at a young age and feeling like somebody's supposed to be taking care of you, take advantage of your innocence and everything else, and you kept a secret and sounded this from everybody, and actually found motion and movement and taking your traumas and pain and turning it into success and rewards. Not many of us can do that, I'm not ashamed to tell anybody I tried cigarettes and I tried alcohol. I tried these things and I tried to drink the pain away and the sorrow and everything else that was going on in my life. And I'm here to say that, if and can, once you find the little boy that's in your life or the little girl that's in your life, then you will start to unravel and uncover the things that you are using to cope with your pain. You don't need them no more. They are actually adding to your death or anything else of your demise, and we don't want that as victims. Find something that will bring you happiness. Find something that will bring you reward upon your life. I know it's not easy, but if I can do it, you can do it. It could be done. And just like all of the other victims that was down there by City Hall today, speaking up and talking, I want to commend them very much. I want to commend the women and men to getting up there talking. And there was few of us, but we are many in spirit together. There's victims all around the world, And to the victims that don't have a voice right now, that's sitting there in the shadows, we love you. You are our brothers and sisters. And with the help of the Alpha Omega, the creating everything existing, this is why I got my YouTube channel. I got my platform, and it's growing the way it grows. It's because I want to build an institution for us. The money that I get from here, I'm building an institution for us. I'm not going to be buying no cars. I'm not going to be buying no clothes. I'm not going to be doing none of that. There's victims out there that need help. And there's no help out there. There's nobody to talk to. So they run into the streets. They run into the guns. They run into everything that's out there. Right? That's available for them to crash out and then to murder, death, kill each other. So, help me get there. This helped me build this institution. I'm going to start off small. I probably got to start off with something small, but then as time grow on, we can build something bigger with your love and care and heart. And this is all for the victims, for, people that's starving, the abuse. And we hope and pray that we get a whole bunch of donation of clothes and food for, for domestic violence and everything else, all that is in the same pot. People being raped, sodomized, beaten with iron cords, put into the corner and the closets and stuff like that. These things like that, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna have group meetings. I want to do this for us, and we're gonna freestyle with this. We're gonna freestyle with it. Some victims and they don't want no cameras or anything, and that's cool. And it's going to be private. If you want to go private, we're going to be private. There's not going to be no cameras in there, because now I understand this. We're not going to be doing this for clout, or we're not going to be doing that for views, shares, and likes. This is private. This is private, something that's holy, like scriptures. People don't want their information out. They've been holding this, and since they was a kid, their wife don't know, their children don't know, and we want to honor that and sacred that. So, this is what I'm doing. This is why I got my platform. So when people ask me, what are you doing here? What are you here for? I'm here for that. And I'm also here to bring knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and experience to us that we are desperately needed among us. And this is really, really important. And we need this. And this goes throughout all our neighborhoods. I suffer with this. And then we pass it on generation after generation after generation. So we want to cut this head, and we want to help the victims out. So this is why I say that, for Bill 1297, hope it get passed, because it helps the victims out. It helps the victims out, and it helps those that's not victims, that people's plotting on them to victimize them. It protects them. And touching on children and doing these certain things, and in the schools, in the chapel area, anywhere where there's children at, where these individuals are sick, barbaric, devil, demon, and it's breeding grounds for predators to take control of children innocent. So I want to thank you so much for being here. You had to be here and listen to me. Please like, share, subscribe, and I appreciate it. Get the information out. And this is